Lexi. Look at your mouth. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on another video. I'm super excited for this video because this is my, fitness vlogs, and this is my first ever voiceover. I just wanted to try it and see because at the gym you cannot really talk too much because the gyms I go to like three different gyms. They always have music playing. Well, two of them always have music playing, so I was super excited to do this voiceover. This is a different gym I go to sometimes out the week because it's a little farther away from me. So I just go there like probably once or twice a week or every other week. But it is so much bigger than Planet Fitness, and you could do all those other things. Only restrictions is you cannot wear like skimpy stuff, like where your too much of your back is showing. You can't wear booty shorts. It's very like conservative, but you're able to do like, you know how some people they throw the barbell or they're always screaming, grunting, all that stuff. You can do that over there. So that one's a little bit more open and free for that, and it's open 24 hours. So every time I can't make it to Planet Fitness, I usually go to that one. First thing I always normally do is some stretches. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm not the best with stretching, but I learned I have to do that, get my body warmed up, get my body open up for the heavy lifting. So I usually just do stretches for my leg days, but I'm starting to incorporate a little bit like 5 minute running and some back stretches when I have back day. Well, first thing is first, we're gonna get started with some squats. Usually this is my heavy day, heavy lifting day, because I'm doing my whole leg. So this is one of my worst days. Not really my worst days, but it's the hardest day for me because squats, I really struggle with that. As you can tell, I only have like 20 pounds on there. But that's the first exercise we're doing. And earlier, you guys saw me, I was just setting up for the hip thrust. So that's what I was doing earlier. So for the squats, we're only doing 3 sets, 7 reps each. Because right now, I'm not the best with squats. Hopefully, later on in my fitness journey, I'll get better. But right now, we're not the best. I also want to mention a disclaimer. I'm not a personal trainer. I'm nowhere near a personal trainer. I've been going to the gym for a couple like 2-3 years now. And other years too I go, but I don't go consistently. And this year, 2023, is my year to go consistently and keep going and to get stronger and healthier. But I'm not a personal trainer, like I said. So I'm not gonna get on here trying to tell anybody how to perform exercise because I'm still learning myself. So the only thing I'm going to tell you guys is what I'm doing, but I'm not going to tell anybody how to do it because I'm still learning, like I said, and I'm not a trainer. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Now we're getting into reverse lunges on the Smith machine, and I'm also doing 3 sets, 7 reps for each leg. Now we're getting to one of my favorite exercises, which is hip thrust. At first, I didn't really like doing hip thrusts because I felt like it was too much setting up, and I don't know, I just didn't like it. But now it's like one of my faves. So we're doing those, and it's about to be 3 sets, 7 reps, and 50 pounds. And you guys are gonna watch me struggle so bad with this. For hip thrust, I usually do 3 different types. I go all the way down, like the normal ones, as you see that I'm doing now. And then I also do cast hip thrusts, where you just kind of stop halfway instead of going all the way down. And the last one I always do is pause hip thrust. So I go all the way down, come back up, and pause for like 5 seconds. I don't know how other people do it, but for me, it was the bench was moving, so I had to put weights on the ends of the bench on the bottom so it could stop moving. That's what I was doing right here. So in this clip, I'm doing hip thrust, which is horrible for me. I was struggling so bad because I usually do my hip thrusts and all other stuff on the Smith machine. Pad, every time I would move it to my up to my hips, it was like the barbell was cutting into my hip bone, so that was hurting. And I was like off balance sometimes as well, and every time I try to roll the barbell up to my hips, it wasn't working. It was just hurting me, so I added the bigger weights, that way I can roll it up towards my hips to make it easier. So that's what I was doing. I believe this was 25 each side, so 50 in total. So that way I was able to roll the barbell closer up to me, because every time I was rolling it, it didn't go far enough. So now the 25 was better. I was able to roll it all the way up to my hips. But anyway, it doesn't even matter, because now it's been weeks ever since that clip, and I'm actually at 95. No, actually I'm at, I believe, 110 or 120 altogether for hip thrust. So I gotten better because I try progressive overload and add more every couple of weeks or so. Now it's time for RDLs using a bar. I'm actually doing 3 sets, 7 reps, because I want to concentrate on my form, so I don't do so much reps or so much sets. But this is what we're doing now. RDLs, when I do them, I usually do, like I said before, most of these exercises that I'm doing, I usually do them on the Smith machine, because the Planet Fitness that I go to, they don't have just bars, like normal bars lying around where you can put weights on it. It's either dumbbells or a Smith machine. So that's why sometimes I go to a different gym, or I go to this gym, because it has everything that I need, and I'm able to use the barbell to do different exercises. But yeah, that's what we're doing right now. RDLs, 3 sets, 7 reps. Okay, now I'm doing leg press. I'm doing, again, 3 sets, 7 reps for everything today. My foot placement is higher up just because I want to focus more on glute activation. So that's why my legs are a little bit higher. But yeah, 3 sets, 7 reps for the leg press. Whew. Hey y'all, so I'm not even gonna talk because y'all gonna be able to hear the music. This exercise, we have the hip abduction machine. This exercise is very controversial, but I still like doing it sometimes because I don't know, I just like it and I feel like it helps a little bit. A lot of people don't like to do it because they say it's useless and you don't really need it. But I feel like, why not? I feel like if it's at the gym, then it's nothing. It's not a bad exercise, but whatever. But we're doing the hip abduction, 3 sets, 7 reps. And yeah, I still like this machine, regardless of what anybody says. I still do it from time to time. I'm done with my workout. I am dying. And I finished my water. I have 2 more. I have, I think, 32 ounces left to drink for today. So I'm doing good. Oh, this stuff. Whew. Let me shut down real quick so I can get my stuff together. On my way home, I had a dentist appointment today at 8:30 and I got there at 8:45. Every time I have an appointment, let's say like I have an appointment at 8:30 and I know I'm not gonna make it, because I was up all night, y'all. I was up all night, so I don't know why I'm late. But Lexi was pissing me off. That's probably why, because she was scratching stuff and stuff like that. But I took a shower so late. I was on Facebook. I don't even be on Facebook. I was on Facebook scrolling and stuff, and then I was supposed to already be in the shower, so I took a long shower. And I know I take long showers, but I left at 8:23. Mind you, it was about 20 minutes to get there. So whenever I do that and I'm late, I usually go over there and pretend that, I didn't know. I thought the appointment was 8:45. I literally got there at 8:45. I always do that. Every time I know that I'm going to be late, I get there and pretend that I pretend that the appointment was at a later time when I already know it was not. I already know it was 8:30, but I pretend like it was 8:45. I need to stop doing that. And they'll be like, oh no, it's okay, you're good, we'll still take you. I'm like, bet. He was over there because there's like 3 or 4 food trucks parked there, and they all have different stuff. One has Filipino, one has barbecue, one has, I don't know what the other one. I didn't really care for what they had going on over there. But he always makes me question like what I'm doing. Like, not what I'm doing, but like, let me tell y'all, because he was trying to decide. There's the Filipino place he go to, the food truck. They have this type of soup that he likes, but they didn't have it. So, and he's trying. I was asking him like, what should I get? He's like, what do you plan on getting? He's like, because certain stuff don't travel well. Like, are you planning to eat it right now in the car? Are you planning to eat it at home? And he's like, if you're doing like let's say you're doing the burger, or like you're doing a pork roast, what do you call those things, like a burger or something like that? If you go home with it, that's 15-20 minute drive. The bread gonna get soggy. And if you get in fries and you drive home, it's gonna get soggy. Like, he made me he always does stuff like that. Like, he has to analyze what he's gonna be doing. Like, I get it. He said, why don't you eat just, if the fries gonna get soggy, why don't you just eat it right there and there? He said, no, I want to sit down, relax, comfortable on my couch and watch Netflix. Like, this is so funny. He's trying to think of ways that the things can travel. I mean, he's right. Like, fries, you can't travel too long with it. You gotta eat it right then and there. It depends on the fries and shit like that. But I just thought that was funny. he made me think about my whole thing, because I was not going to even get this, but he made me think about it. Is the soup gonna travel well? Is the ribs? That's why I got this stuff, because it's gonna travel well. Because I want to, like he said, I want to go home, sit on my couch and eat my food, watch Netflix. This pho is so bomb. I was just eating it before I ate my rice. It is so good. This is the chicken one. So good. Smells great. I was not sure about it because I wasn't too sure because of the jalapeno, and I don't want too much spicy. But look at this big thing. It's huge. You get all that. It's so good. Yeah, these are my salmon croquettes. They turned out so much better because I made a batch of it yesterday, and I had enough for today, an extra for today. They turned out really good today. They're intact because yesterday they were falling apart. It was all over the place, but I think I had too much olive oil in it, but this time it turned out better. I'm about to have that. So this is how they look like. Sorry, I already took a bite. So good. And I decided I wanted the blueberry waffle, so I air fried that. And 1 cup of orange juice. And I also got my cream of wheat. Good morning. It's 10:50. Actually, it's 11:50. It's 11:50. Time changed. So I just got done getting my car. I got an oil change. And I went to this. That's the thing about like small towns that I don't really appreciate, but I will do it anyway. Like small towns, you won't know if a place is like a business or establishment because it's so small, and because it's not, they don't look like, because like I lived in Houston for a long time, and I also lived in Florida too. But I lived in Houston for a long time, and the businesses, the establishments and stuff like that, they look like, you know, it looked like a business. But in smaller towns, especially where I'm at, I feel like they kind of look like houses a little bit. It looks like houses, so it's kind of hard for you to know if that's if that's a business. So unless somebody tells you, hey, try this out, or you just happen to stop by it, you won't know. So that's why I was walking earlier. I saw a couple places too that I wasn't sure that, you know, that I didn't know was the place. Because, you know, I saw like this printing place and this flower shop, pottery shop, and I also wanted to do pottery too. I'm gonna book that and do that. But, you know, I'm used to like Staples and, you know, stuff like that. I'm not used to like the little stuff, but that's okay with me because the little stuff is usually the best stuff. Because I went to, the mechanic told me to try this place called Mad Coffee, I think it's called. He said try it, so I walked over there while they were looking at doing my car stuff. That place is so good. I only had 2 things. I had this colorful rainbow, y'all saw the previous clip, the colorful rainbow bagel with cream cheese. I also had a smoothie. That smoothie was the bomb, and it was so good. Like, it was thick, and it didn't have like pieces of anything. Cause sometimes I go to even smoothie, tropical smoothie, which is like my favorite. They sometimes have little pieces. This one didn't have that. It was so good. It was like mango, pineapple, coconut, all types of stuff. It was really good. But yeah, I'm just excited to try that. I'm in a different town. I've been here for almost I've been here for almost 3 years, and I go to the same old places all the time. I did try like one other 2 places, but you know, I feel like New Mexico is a big place. I don't want to just stay in the little town I'm at and not try stuff. Like, I'm gonna try a lot of stuff, and it's about to be summer, so I'm gonna go do all type of stuff. I want to go to Roswell. I have been to Albuquerque and Santa Fe, I think, but we didn't get to do nothing that much because we went to Albuquerque on a Sunday, and all the stuff we wanted to try were kind of closed. So I am gonna go again. I want to go to Roswell. I want to go to different places, even different states. I want to do different stuff. Like, you know, why not? Like, I didn't want to be here in this town, but I'm gonna make the best of it because I am here. And what's the point of moping about it if it's not gonna change yet? So we're gonna try different stuff. You know what I mean? So hopefully stay tuned for a Roswell vlog. It probably won't be, well, yeah, I'm gonna do it because I really want to go to Roswell and experience that, because I love that TV show Roswell. That was my show back then. So I'm gonna go over there and try that. But also, tell me why I bought a gun. Oops. I just bought a gun because where I go to get my car service, it also has a gun shop. Like, it's like a mom and pop type gun shop thing. Even the coffee shop I went to is like a mom and pop. Most of these things are mom and pop companies. There's local. You're not gonna find them any other place else. But the guy, he owns all the guns. He'll buy them off auctions, or like if somebody passed away and then nobody claims that gun or whatever. I don't know how it goes, but I met another guy in there. He bought a gun. He's just buying a whole bunch of guns. I only bought just that one, and mine's on layaway. He's just buying them. I think he already got 3 already. I just bought 1. This is my first gun. I'm super excited because I always wanted this gun. So this is my first one. I want to get 3 other ones, but this is a youth lever. It's not this is a lever action one, and I always wanted that one so bad. And that one is really, 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 really hard to come across it or even to buy it, because they're not really selling them like that. So he said he just got that one. That's the only one he got. And I saw the other guy. The other guy was pretty cool. I saw him looking at it too, because I was watching them. And he's like, "Why you looking at me? You want to buy it?" I was like, "Yeah." So he put it back, and I'm like, "Can I see that one?" And I already knew I wanted it because that's the gun I wanted for so long. So I got it. I put it on layaway. I'm gonna come make my payments and come get my gun. And I got ammo too. I had to get that one. There's another one I wanted to, because the guy was telling me, like, you want to get guns that you like as well, but you want to get guns that you can find ammo for, because there was a shortage in like certain weapons and certain ammo. So you want to buy weapons that will always have ammo. And there's one that he's getting. There's another one that he said that one's pretty good for ammo, but I can't do that right now. I can't afford that right now. Hey y'all, I don't know why it's shaky. It's really shaky. Let's see if I can fix it. Anyway, I just came from the gym. We have back. I just got back. I'm gonna go to Ross real quick, and the dollar store, and to Albertsons. I'm going everywhere because I gotta go get some doggy pads for Lexi, and I feel like they're cheaper instead of getting them from Walmart. They're cheaper at the dollar store, and I'm gonna see which one's cheaper. I'm sorry. Why is this guy? Okay, I'm not gonna be like that. I'm not even gonna say it because it's too much for me. But yeah, I'm gonna show y'all when I get to Ross, the little because you know it's about to be St. Patrick's Day in like 3 days. I want to show y'all what I got from this new coffee shop that I really like. Yeah, I just went there yesterday, and I just want to go there every day and try everything. But I'm gonna show y'all when I get to Ross, because it's really shaky and it's pissing me off. So yeah, so this is what I got for the St. Patrick's Day stuff. So this is really cute. It looked way better, but it kind of melted on my way here. But yeah, it's so cute. Anyway, I just got back from the gym. It's 3:05, I want to say. I didn't change my clock on my car. I think. Why is this shaking? My whole outfit is Gymshark. They have stuff on sale, so I just been buying a whole bunch of stuff from them. After I told myself that I wouldn't buy again from them because my pants rips, but I like it. The pants rip because my puppy, she likes to jump on my leg and just hold on to my leg. So, and her nails are really sharp, so she cut a slit through it. But yeah, her fingernails got into it and it caused the rip. But I like their stuff. It's kind of good quality. But anyway, I'm going back home. I left my card at home, so I'm gonna go. I was doing stuff. I have a movie night today, this afternoon, tonight, whatever you want to say it is. So I have time. It's only 3, so I have plenty of time to go. I've been wanting this smoothie because I go to this place. I just found out the place too. It's really good. The smoothies are amazing, and I have smoothie stuff to make at home, but I just want one of theirs. It's so good. I've been craving, for some reason, I don't know why, I've been craving peanut butter sandwich. Yikes, I'm really close, but I'm about to go anyway. I'm going to Albertsons. I'm gonna go to the smoothie thing first, and I'm gonna go to Albertsons. I really want a peanut butter. I don't like peanut butter and jelly for my sandwich. I don't like that combination. I just want a peanut butter sandwich for some reason. I've been craving it for the last week. I thought I can get over it until next week when I go produce shopping, but I want it right now. So I'm about to do that and get my smoothie, and then walk Lexi, and then shower and then get ready for the movie night. But yeah. Hey guys, so I'm eating my post gym workout meal. It's just rice and lasagna that I got from my friend yesterday from our movie night, and I made this. This is cheesecake yogurt. So it has Greek yogurt, strawberry jam, graham crackers, and Jello. I think sugar-free Jello. If you have like a sweet tooth, or you just want to, and you like cheesecake, this is really good. It's sweet, but it has like not a lot of calories, not a lot of just not a lot of calories. So it's a good alternative, and it still kind of curves your sweet tooth. I got it from TikTok. I'll leave the link down below. But it's so good. I think it was like altogether 50 calories. But it also depends on how much you want to eat and how much you want to put in there. I didn't put too much because I was trying it for the first time. But yeah, it's so good. And I forgot to get whipped cream when I went to the store and strawberry. But now I know that is good. I'm going to get the rest of the ingredients. But yeah, so good. And I'm also having an orange. It's just rice and lasagna, just like a small portion because I ate most of it yesterday, but it's so good. That's my post-workout meal, and I still have a lot of calories left. So yeah. So it's 6:32. I'm on my way to Walgreens. My face is probably swollen. If you guys want, you can skip this part. It might be a little graphic. This morning I woke up at 11, so at 10, 11. I started making my breakfast, brunch, whatever they call it. And I noticed that there was a bump on my, cause I've been having issues with the filling that I had 2 years ago. I had two fillings, one on the right, one on the left. The one on the left is giving me a lot of problems over 2 years. The one on the right is fine, but the one on the left been giving me a lot of problems. But recently it got worse. When I chew, add pressure to it, it hurts and stuff. Yeah, so this morning I woke up, I noticed that I had a bump, so I called, made an appointment. Good thing they had one open. I think Wednesdays they're usually not, they don't have anybody, much people coming in. So I made an appointment. I went there at 2, and she said, yeah, she didn't even really, I told her I had a bump, and she knows that this tooth's been bothering me before she even did the x-ray. She knew it was an infection. But mind you, I just came from my annual dentist appointment like a week ago, and I guess they didn't take the x-ray deep enough, and there was no point to really. I mean, they should have, because I've been complaining about this same tooth for a long time. So they probably should have got the whole gums and everything, but they didn't, whatever. So I went there. She took several attempts. She took the x-ray, and I have an infection. You can see it under my nerve. But the thing about their dental thing office, they don't they do root canals, so I need a root canal. That's what I'm gonna say. I need a root canal. I didn't want one, but they said it's better to get another tooth removed. So yeah, I'm getting a root canal, but I'm going to a different state. I'm going to Texas to get my root canal done, because they don't do root canal. They do root canals, but they don't do severe ones like mine, or there's just certain ones that they don't do. Like mine is really close to it's under my nerve, and they don't know how close it is. Their x-ray machine doesn't go that far. They don't know how close it is to my jaw nerve, and that's a very touchy spot. So they're sending me to a specialist to get that looked at right now. But yeah, so I can't do anything. They classified me. I can't do anything right now. I can't fly. I can't do anything. But yeah, it's swole up. Right here is swollen. It hurts. But I'm at Walgreens. I'm about to get my medicine. And hopefully, I'm getting some food, some pizza. I want pizza so bad. Hopefully I can chew. It hurts, but it's just like a throbbing thing. Like, it doesn't really hurt, it's just throbbing. But I should still be able to eat. I already took some Tylenol, and she prescribed me more and ibuprofen, because I don't want the heavy stuff. And she gave me some antibiotics. But yeah, and that's what happened to me today, because I was on my way to the gym. After I ate my lunch, I was gonna get ready, walk Lexi, and go to the gym, but I couldn't. It didn't really hurt too much, but I had to see what was, because I've been reading about it and stuff, and they say that bumps and stuff like that is probably a cause of infection or whatever, or gum disease. Thank God it's not gum disease, it's just an infection. And I also been watching videos on root canals. It's kind of scary. She numbed me today. That thing was so painful, because she had to numb where it hurts the most. So even though she numbed it with the thing, she put the needle in. Oh my God, I almost cried. It was so bad. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I know it's not her fault, but she had to numb me to clean the bump out. Sorry, it hurts to talk too. But yeah, so she sent my file up to them. They're gonna schedule an appointment. And hopefully, I'm just nervous about the whole root canal thing, because I seen like you get like a screw in there, and I seen people like the crown that it came out, and I'm scared for that. She's saying that probably I always had the infection. However, that's probably why it's been hurting. And because my fill is really close to the nerve endings. But she's like, oh, you probably always had the infection. It just, we didn't detect it, and something just made it inflamed today. So, and I don't know what, because I didn't even eat yet. I don't know what it is, to be honest. I just know that I'm getting a root canal. Okay. Hey, y'all. I'm rushing to get home. I got 10 minutes before I need to start getting ready when I normally get ready. Today's a 12-hour shift, so I gotta hurry up and get home. I still got a lot of stuff to do, damn it. Because I have to walk Lexi before I go, of course, because she's gonna be very antsy when I come home. She's gonna be antsy either way. But yeah, I don't go to the gym on Saturdays because I do work 12-hour shifts on Saturdays. Sometimes it changes, but I normally don't go on Saturdays. But I like going on the weekend. Nobody's there. Y'all see the TikToks where they be like, oh, firemen, they don't look the way they do. Like, you see the TikTok and you think the fireman gonna look super hot and muscular and all that because you want him to come rescue you and shit like that. And they don't even really look like that. They look like they just sit in the office eating food and big stomachs. Not here. These firemen, men, because they come to the gym. Because I told myself I'm not going sightseeing anymore, and I'm doing good on that. Because I used to go to the gym. I used to, you gonna look at people, especially if they look good. You gonna look. You just admire how they look, their physique. However, I'm now where I'm just focusing on myself, not looking at people and just doing my thing. But those firemen, Lord. Ooh. Girl, I almost hit you. But yeah, anyway, I need to focus on parking. But yeah, those guys, let me put this right here. Those guys are very cute. Not only cute, they're masculine, they're muscular, and it's just really, really good. And it's like, because they come to the gym, I guess, while they're in uniform, while they're at work, they come to work out, and if something happens, they have their radio, they can just jump and go. But they look good. And it's like all of them. There's only one short one I just saw today. Whatever. But they all look, And I love me a man in uniform. Hey, y'all. So, it's the next day. Yesterday, my thing for my phone or my camera broke. So now I gotta hold it and I can't really drive now and talk. But yeah, yesterday we went to the movies to go see John Wick 4, Chapter 4. It was so good. If y'all thought the first 3 had a lot of action, this one was action packed. It was really, really good. I loved it. I didn't like the way it ended, but hey, I'm not gonna spoil it. But it was really, really good, and it had like some of my favorite martial artists or like fighting actors. I would say, Scott Adkins. I just got into his stuff before John Wick, of course, but I just got into his stuff a couple of months ago, and like, he's amazing at what he does, the martial arts and all that stuff. He's amazing with that. I don't know how to say his name. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Haruku Sanada, I think. If I remember, I'll leave a picture of him on the screen. But I really like him too. His acting and his martial arts and stuff like that. I remember when I first saw him in Rush Hour 3, I just knew that I'm gonna be obsessed now. Yeah, but I really like him. And of course, one of my favorites, Donnie Yen, was in there. And of course, he plays this is not a spoiler because they talk about this stuff, so it's not a spoiler. They talk about this on YouTube. But he plays the blind martial art. He plays the blind assassin. If you thought his karate, his fighting was off the chain, before that, I don't know how he do it, and I don't know. It was really, really good. And of course, Keanu Reeves, you know, is amazing. But that movie was really, really good. It was long though. It was really, really long, but it was worth it. A little bit, because I'm still mad about the ending. Anyway, we're finna go. Don't look at my hair and get my hair done. I'm about to get my hair done in a week. It's gonna be a surprise hairstyle I've never done. It's gonna be a little bit longer too. Okay, I didn't film in Walmart because there's a lot of people today at this time. Anyway, the neighborhood Walmart I go to is a lot of elderly. And this older guy, like a elderly, he asked me, because my hair is in a bun. He asked me how long it take to get your hair up there. What? I know they don't know, but come on, man. You think I should have said an hour? And I was trying not to be like irritated or like, you know, attitude, but I guess it came off that way a little bit to him, because the way he reacted was like, oh, I just want to know. No, I'm sorry for. I'm like, it's okay, but like, what do you think? I know you're not used to this, like you're not used to this, and you're not used to the like, but you think it's gonna take me an hour to do that? I don't know if he's just trying to make conversation or he genuinely wanted to know. I don't know. And then that's why I don't go to neighborhood Walmarts too. Not for that, but because they don't have everything. That's why I like going to the big Walmart. It has everything I need. So now I didn't get everything I wanted or needed. I gotta go to Albertsons to get something else. So that's why I don't be going there. And then it's packed. Like, it's a lot of people because there's not much parking. So I park all the way in the back where there's nobody beside me, around me, anything like that. And then I come out, a big van park right next to me. All that space and opportunity, you park right by me. Why? I don't get it. Like, all that space and you park right next to me. Why did you do that? I'm not saying you can't park, like, I'm not saying you can't park where you want, but you can't park where you want. I just don't understand why people do that. There's so much, like, he could have did one over. He didn't have to be right next to me. I don't know. I'm not irritated. Yeah, I need to eat because I'm very hangry. Like, everything pissing me off. And school out. Let me go up and get home. I hate traveling when there's. This is a real quick grocery haul. This is like little stuff I usually get, like I ran out of, and what I would need to meal prep. So I got this. I haven't had this in a long time. Well, juice. These are like my favorite juice, these Minute Maid drinks. I don't remember if it's the fruit punch or the tropical punch is my favorite, but we'll see. I got one of those. And I got lactose milk. I was supposed to get almond breeze, but for some reason I wanted lactose milk. So I got that. Orange juice for breakfast and for my smoothies. And I got this. I've been really loving these lately. The Suja, however you say, organic immunity shots. This one is the elderberry shot. And I also have this one. I have this one as well. And then we have some potatoes. I saw the individual ones. They were like $1.19 for one. So I got a whole pack for $2.97, I think. Grapefruit, 2 of them. I got some plantains. These plantains suck. I don't know why they look like that. I got 2 of them because I love tostones. And then from Albertsons, I got 3 Fiji apples. I like my apples to be hard. I don't like them soft. I usually get the green ones, but I had recently got Fiji ones and I really love them. But they're expensive though. That's probably why I don't get them. But 3 of those. What are you doing, man? Jumping up trying to get stuff. My grocery, because she smells the KFC. But you can't eat that stuff. It's too greasy for you. Anywho, and I also got these things, which I need to stop doing that. This alone is $7. But I really loved it. I'm gonna try to make it on my own because I know all I need is a salad, chicken, bacon. I don't really like the cheese too much because it makes my stomach hurt, and I don't really eat tomatoes. But I'm gonna try to make it because I don't need. I think I'll just need 4 ingredients: bacon bites, eggs, chicken, and salad. But this is the. I'm super ashy. Whatever. This is the Southern fried chicken Cobb salad, and then I top it off with what you eating, Donna? And then I've been loving this so bad. This is the Kraft Thousand Island dressing, even though it has a lot of calories. But I've been loving it. This is my second one, and I got the bigger bottle because I really like it with salad and like fried plantains with it and dip that. Oh, so good. And then I'm gonna try this one. It's kind of like the same thing, but it doesn't have eggs. And instead of the eggs, it has cucumbers, it look like. Yeah, I think cucumbers. But this is $7 as well. Like, see, I didn't make my own. This is the Tennessee Cobb salad. So I'm thinking it's going to be spicy. The chicken looks spicy. But yeah, I'm going to make my own. Yeah, because I really, really like it. I used to buy groceries once a month and just be done and buy it in bulk. But I realized not to do that because I don't finish everything, for one. I don't finish everything and it goes bad and the produce goes bad. So I buy produce when I do meal prep. I buy produce probably once a week. And if it doesn't go bad, I buy it twice. I also got KFC. Y'all, I don't like KFC anymore. I had KFC from Jamaica and I'm obsessed with that one. And before even going to Jamaica and having their KFC, I didn't want their KFC because it's too salty. It was not good. But I used to eat it before when I was in Florida and in Houston, but it was really good. It wasn't that salty, but for some reason I wanted it, so I just got the 5-piece chicken tenders and a biscuit. I didn't want their fries; it's always stale. I didn't want none of that stuff. And I went to Burger King, got fries. 'Cause I love their fries, and it's fresh, and a nice vanilla coffee. Lexi already ate. I'm about to eat and I have to walk her when I'm done. She just, everywhere I go on my heel. Like, I take a step and I be tripping and I trip sometimes because she's like, literally, like, the back of my foot, she just kind of just puts her paw on the back of my foot. So I be falling and stuff. And sometimes I don't even know she's here, so I almost fall because she's right behind me. She just, I need to eat my oatmeal too.